Hey everyone, welcome to my channel and also welcome to my basement. Today's video is going to be talking about series versus parallel wiring, and this is pertaining to my full stack PV setup here. It is a 410 with a horn and a 15 with a port on the bottom. And where I'm having a unique challenge is I have two bass guitar heads. I have the Max 700, which I've had for almost 17 years, and then I also have the smaller yet more powerful PV Mini Mega bass amplifier head. I got that a few years ago, and I use it with my 210 bass cabinet upstairs, and mostly for practice in the smaller gigs. I really haven't had a need to bring a full stack out anymore. I just don't play out at that level anymore. But if I wanted to run the Mini Mega head with this stack, I wouldn't be able to do it, at least not without some modification. The reason why is that these cabinets are rated at 4 ohms each. And that's kind of a rarity in today's bass guitar world, because most of the new amplifier heads that are made these days are not capable or rated to run at 2 ohms stable. This is a 17-plus-year-old head. It's actually the Firebase head that PV used to make. They just rebranded it as the Max 700, and it's probably been the most reliable amp that I've ever had. I've run this at 2 ohms and run it pretty hard, and it never shut down on me. Still works perfect to this day. I've meticulously maintained it. Now, if I wanted to run the Mini Mega with this, a 4 and a 4 in parallel gives me 2 ohms, and that will not work for the Mini Mega. The Mini Mega is rated at 4 ohms and 1,000 watts and 8 ohms at 700 watts, which 8 ohms would be the way I would run this configuration. So I would run the 410 and the 15 in series. I can't do that without making some modifications, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. I can run this in parallel with 2 ohms all day. The Mini Mega is going to need to see these two cabinets in series for an 8 ohm load in order to run properly and not shut down, or worse, blow up. And here's how I'm going to do it. Here's the Mini Mega that I've been using with my 210 bass cabinet here on the ground, and this amplifier is amazing. You know, for the size of it, it really is powerful. Again, 1,000 watts at 4 ohms, but I can't use it with my full stack. I was able to find online a schematic, and they also sell these boxes. It's called the Breakout box, and they sell them for about $50, but I was able to make my own for a few dollars less. I think about $25, $26. But essentially, the schematic is right here. It is basically taking, I did this schematic up here with the switch. You can elect to get rid of the switch entirely and make it so that you have 2 amp inputs, one amp input to 2 different settings. So you can either have a parallel for the 2 speakers when they're wired together, or you can have a series wiring configuration, and then the amp will plug into that one port. I decided to go a little bit more, I don't know if you want to call it advanced or not, but I used a double pole, double throw switch. I'll send a link into the description below so that you can look this over, but here is the box that I made. So most amplifier heads have 2 ports in the back where you can connect your speakers, and they're connected in parallel. So inherently I cannot connect speakers in a series configuration unless there was an option on the speaker itself. In my case, I don't. Here is the box that I made, and it's essentially following this schematic right here. I have the amplifier in, and what I did was I used the Neutrik twist lock combo connector, so it can take the twist lock, which is what the Mini Mega has, or it could also use the standard 1/4-inch connector, and the Mini Mega has it too. I used it for both the speakers and for the input. So the amp would connect here with a small 3-foot cable, and then I would connect my 2 speakers here. The switch is right here, and it's rated at 20 amps. Now, how I got 20 amps is you look on the back of the amplifier and you see the 4 ohms, how much wattage, and then it gives you a voltage rating. So when you manipulate a formula to figure out how much amps that is, it's just under 20 amps. So that's how I figured out the rating for this switch. A lot of people will elect to do it with just the plugs rather than a switch, because maybe they don't like the idea of running a lot of power through switch contacts. So in my case, I just got the proper rated switch so I can switch it for whatever application I may need. Although most of the time I'm going to be setting it to a series. So the amplifier will come in, and I have my two speakers connected, in this case 2 4-ohm cabinets. So 2 4-ohms in parallel, the amplifier would see a 2-ohm load. If I set it to series, well, now the 2 4-ohm cabinets are wired in series, and then the amplifier is going to see an 8-ohm load. Now I can connect my Mini Mega to the two speakers, and it would see an 8-ohm load, and that would power it for 700 watts for my full stack, which is perfect. And again, this only cost me about $25 for the connectors, for some 12-gauge wiring, the switch, and the box itself I got on Amazon for like $6. The part numbers that you would need on how I did this is right here. You would need 4 of the Neutrik loudspeaker connectors and then 1 of the toggle switches. That is rated for 20 amps. But again, if you're not running a lot of power, and I know guitar players, if they're running their rigs at most, would be like 120 watts. You can certainly get away with 14-gauge wiring, but I went 12-gauge wiring because I needed the extra power, and this works just fine. So I hope this video was informative, and again, it's a very unique situation that I'm dealing with, but maybe you might run into an issue where you want to mix and match cabinets where an amplifier can't handle that particular ohm rating. And this can also work for 2 8-ohm cabinets too. If you wanted to do 8 and 8, you would get a 4-ohm in parallel, and then if you wanted it in series, well, then that would give you a 16-ohm rated load to the amplifier, which for a bass player, I don't see many bass amplifiers rated that high. I think that would be more common for guitar amplifiers and cabinets, where if you wanted to run a 412, you know, 2 412s would be in, 2 12-inch speakers would be rated at 16 ohms, and the other one would be rated at 16 ohms if you wanted to run in stereo. There's a whole bunch of different combinations you can do, but I think that this box is going to be very helpful for anyone that's got an issue where you wanted to run it in series versus parallel. So any questions, feel free to reach out, leave a comment, and the link to this schematic will be in the description below. Cheers, guys. Take care.